Avatar: The Last Airbender is genuinely one of my favorite shows growing up. The story is beautifully written and so well done. It's probably the best thing that Nickelodeon has done in 2005. It follows a world where humans can control the elements, and through such a simple concept, the world reveals love, friendship, family, trauma, oppression, and so much more through the main cast. So when I saw that they were going to do a new animated film, I was ecstatic. And I'm so glad it wasn't about Korra, because my gosh, I hate Korra. But guys, I have to admit, I'm absolutely fuming. I'll commend the film for such amazing animation. It's absolutely beautiful to look at. However, something is telling me that AI was used, or maybe some kind of 3D tools that were utilized, because there is a rendering that just looked a little bit weird to me, but this is alleged. This is just from what I remember watching. It did look like AI. 40 minutes in and they had reduced all the main team into nothing. Like, Hoff Bei Fong is arguably my favorite character in the show, and she's barely there. And her extremely cool vibes are completely stripped back. Zuko has also said about 3 words. Sokka is minimized to comedic relief. And even I'm missing how annoying Katara used to be.
Please shut your air hole! Believe it or not, your infinite wisdom gets a little old sometimes. Why don't we just throw the scroll away since you're so naturally gifted?
I understand that this was meant to be something for those who have watched the show before and also bringing in new fans into the franchise, but I thought the story was incredibly weak. The conflict between Katara and Aang felt so forced. Why do every modern animation show have to ruin everything I like? Avatar: Legends of Aang is such a perfect franchise and it's loved by so many people, and I feel like this movie doesn't reflect this amazing world, which is a massive disappointment. The villains, quote unquote, are almost non-existent, and if I'm being honest, their name, The Denied, is just stupid as and the leader had such a cool character design, so I didn't know why they didn't use her more. Like, do you guys remember Azula? I need to see her again. That was the definition of a well-written villain, and that would have actually been a better arc. I would have loved to see what she's up to now. Is she still in jail? Maybe she escaped? They could have done something way more interesting with that. Also, the movie wants us to believe that this staff that everyone's trying to collect can give people the power of airbending and bring back the airbending race. But that doesn't make sense if this is before Legends of Korra, because the only family of airbenders was Aang's family. I feel like an hour into the movie, I felt like they just kept doing nodbacks because they wanted us to be like, oh my gosh, remember that from the show? And I got that main impression from the Cabbage Man.
My cabbages! You're gonna pay for this! My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages!
Taga adds nothing to the plot. I feel like when Taga attacked Katara, it felt predictable and unearned. I wish Taga maybe saw them kiss or have some steamy sex to display how their sexual tension is dropping Aang from achieving greatness or something.
Hi, this is Editing Me, and I realized I didn't explain this well enough. A big plot was that Taga was bothered that Aang was distracted because of Katara. I feel like they were just saying, oh yeah, he's distracted, but he was never distracted the entire film, so it just made no sense to me. Yeah, get back to the video.
I am so annoyed and I'm upset. I really wanted this to bring back the joys of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it didn't. The conflict of the film is stupid. Aang also keeps using the Avatar state. Like, I remember when the Avatar state was only used when we were getting intense and things needed to happen. It showed how he only used it to protect those he loved.
You said to put a muzzle on him, you muzzled apple!
I'm sorry! I didn't know it belonged to the Avatar!
Tell me where Alvin is!
I traded him to some merchants. He's probably in Ba Sing Se by now. They were gonna sell him there. Just get out of here! Run!
Another thing I just realized is how much they actually copy scenes from the original show and just recycle them for this one. Like, the Avatar state scene that we first see is so similar to this one.
It's disappointing to see how they use the Avatar state in this movie because
here he just does it so much it's ridiculous. I'm literally fuming. How could they actually do this to such a brilliant franchise? Sokka is just unnecessarily loud and not even nearly as funny as he once was. It's like all the charm was sucked out of the character to create something hollow and this sellable IP that it just do you know what? I'm actually like, I don't even know how to explain my frustration right now because this is actually such an open goal. This is such an open goal. Like, this is such a good franchise. There's so many things you could have explored with this. So many character dynamics. Their characters were made for you. How do you mess that up? It was the worst thing I've ever watched. Oh my gosh, like, it was actually aggravating how bad it was. And but you actually have the answers to the test right in front of you. Watch the show. Watch 5 minutes of the show, and you could make a good movie. I can't. Wait, let me just continue the script because, guys, I'm actually getting annoyed. I know the world of Avatar lovers are going to get tickets to see this. But seriously, you'll just cry because the only good thing about it is the animation. About an hour in, they show us the old art style, and I kind of missed it. I feel like the whole movie should have stuck with the aesthetic of the spirit world sequence. I felt that was the best part of the film, and I think that showed what I really loved about Avatar. Even the humor picked up again as the writers actually decided to put something good in there, and you could tell that I feel like the old writers maybe pitched in to put something there because it actually was funny. And also, it was the only art that didn't feel overly rendered. And I miss you, Momo. I really do.
So as I've mentioned before, the Denied were able to use airbending by the end of the film. My problem was that they learned this 2 minutes ago and somehow they were masters at it. I feel like it just undermined the entire point of the series because we watched Aang try and learn to master all 4 elements over 3 seasons, and these people just managed to figure it out
in a matter of seconds. Like, all of them?
I'll give them the 1s and 2s for the fight scene sequence. I thought it looked really good. However,
it did just make it look like the Fire Lord and Ozai art fight at the end of Avatar to give it a feeling of nostalgia, and I feel like it's empty and it's unearned. Like, old man with a beard and a bun flies around and attacks, then Avatar turns to Avatar state for genuine 5th time in this film. Like, having Aang get so angry and use all 4 elements and hitting the guy who looks like Ozai? Did they even try to get original? The only thing that was different was having him get unreasonably angry and nearly go demon mode on him. Then they deadass added black airbenders for diversity points. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Paramount, please, don't ever make another movie like this again, because I'm actually gonna start speaking words to the CEO because this is not ethical. Like, there was a point where like Zuko just lost the shirt, and like I still have no idea why they actually had Zuko lose his shirt. Like, for the rest of the movie he was fighting shirtless. I can't with this fan service. The end of the film did kind of save themselves because the staff ended up getting broken, so that all those people lost the power of airbending, so Aang literally was the only airbender once again. But again, I feel like that just undermines the whole point of this movie. Why did you make this movie? You didn't have to do shit. Like, I'm sorry, let me stop getting mad because I'm actually getting mad. There was a point in the movie where they found a field full of giant bisons. Genuinely kill me. Like, why? Why did this happen? Can someone tell me why? Because they were extinct, and the only bison left was meant to be Appa. And the movie doesn't remind me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like they just used the name and said, hey, the fans don't care about a good plot, they just want to see sexy Zuko doing nothing with his shirt off. If you want to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, do not bother with the film. Plural, because they have done this nonsense time and time again with this franchise. I don't know why this franchise gets messed around so deeply. It isn't a good place to start if you love this franchise. If you want to get into it, please don't watch the films. Just stick to what you know best. Stick to the actual show because it's actually better.
Right, I'm starting to heat up because I'm getting mad, but I'm done here. I'm done. I've said my piece. Don't bother with this nonsense. Of course, Lady Picklebee Satwa wants to kill herself. Goodbye.